What's going on, guys? James Polk here. At this time around, Master Duel has finished updating. Xyz event is basically started, and not counting the mixture of TCG and OCG ban lists. First things first, comment below if I'm legit missing something that isn't off from TCG or OCG list. But we're gonna have to do the Master Duel's ban list. Again, Master Duel ban list only. So, first things first, as I noticed, Flying Sea, obviously, cards too good in the XZ era. True Dracos, of course, makes sense. They, obviously don't care about extra deck. And then, Mega Zaborg, thank you. Thank you very much, because should be summoning this dude, getting rid of the whole entire XZ's extra deck. Well, basically, according to Mega Zaborg's level, and yeah, go crazy. Cephalon, the Ultimate Time Lord. Sandion Time Lord. Eldritch, the Golden Lord is banned. Man, what? That is the most joyful noise of this list. Vanity's Ruler banned. Same for Vanity's Fiend in the XZ era. Okay, I totally get it. These two cards, the Ruler and the Fiend, let alone no special summons, meaning no XZ summon. Same goes for Archlord Christia, which is fantastic. Gizmek Orochi banned. Let's see what caused it. Banish 3 cards from extra deck face down. So basically, Gizmet does not care about XZ. So, to the ban hammer that Gizmet goes. And then, Contact C is banned. Of course, any material involving contacting C, if you don't play rank 6s, chances are you're going to immediately lose the game from the get-go. And then, of course, there's Ignis, part of the True Draco package. Artifact Scythe ban. Okay, this one absolutely 100% makes sense, because getting locked out of the extra deck in the XZ's event, it's no fun. Fossil Dyna ban makes sense. Just like Christia, Fiend, and Ruler, no special summons. The Calibrator banned. Of course, quick maths, there's no way for, XZ's monsters everywhere on the field, it becomes large. XZ Avenger? What did this even do? Unaffected by the effects of XZs, and then it also says, when this card is destroyed by battle with an XZ and sent to the graveyard, activate one of those based on the XZ's ranks. 3 or lower, your opponent sends one from their extra deck to grave. Rank 4, choose one card in your opponent's extra deck and send it to the grave. Rank 5 or higher, your opponent sends as many cards from their extra deck to the graveyard as possible, but not more than an XZ's rank. Okay, that makes sense on why Avenger had to go. Numeral Hunter ban. Okay, that makes sense, because first chance on summon, it compulses all the numbers, can't be killed by battle with an XZ's, unaffected by the effects of XZ's, and on top of that, no one can special number XZ's. Hence why the card has got to go. And then, let's see. Zap Mustang banned in the XZ's event? Let's see what's the cause of all this. Must be special by card fed during your main phase 1 and no other ways, of course. And then can't be special by other ways, and on top of that, can't be special if you have special summon this turn. Twice per turn, can't be killed by battle. So basically 3 times. Each turn, the turn player can only special summon a number of times up to their number of attacks conducted and reach the damage step during this turn. Of course, basically, It's like another one of those Christia Fiend concepts, but in terms of attacks. Rapier banned. I believe this is either based off from OCG land or Master Duel's list, not too sure. Inspector Border banned, makes sense. Subterror Guru banned. Yo, that's crazy. Ecclesia being banned makes sense because getting locked out of the extra deck is no fun. Same goes for the likes of Punishment or Servant, which we'll see in a minute. Who knows? Exodia Headpiece is banned. No more Crooked Cook Stall of sorts. It's like, oh, I'm gonna keep this game going longer and longer and longer until I get Exodia. Well, nope. See you later, Headpiece. You're out of the game. Get out of the game. Jalgin banned makes sense. No special summon. Mystical Fairy Elfuria. Okay, let's see what's the cause. Reveal a win. No one can Xyz summon using monsters with a different level from the revealed as Xyz material. Wow, basically D-barrier. Ghost Trick Skeleton banned? What did this do? Obviously, Ghost Trick gimmick, face down, face up, flippy flip gimmicks. And then, what's the real reason? Banish cards from the top of your opponent's deck, face down, up to the number of Ghost Tricks. So basically, milling is the cause. That's no fun by decking out, of course. So that makes sense. And then Link, we're at Link era, which is why Multi-Fake is banned. That hasn't make sense. Karivolt banned. Alright, what's the cause? Target one XZ monster that has material. Detach one, and if you do special one Karivolt straight from the deck. Yeah, it makes sense. Exblossom banned. Alright, let's see what's the cause. Target one face-up XZ monster your opponent controls. Equal to this from hand or side of the field to that. Okay. If a monster equipped with this card by this effect has no XZ material, destroy that monster. Okay, so basically it acts as a ticking time bomb of sorts. While this card is equipped to a monster, during each of your opponent's standby phases, detach one. Yeah, that had to make sense. Dragon Buster Destruction Sword. Makes sense. Basically, D-barrier of XZ, so, or D-barrier of extra that's no fun. Eater of Millions, makes sense. Wasting the whole extra deck. No material, makes sense. Blocking off the material. And then we all know the rest of the stuff is basically banned except XZ, so we're gonna do some spells. Yeah, makes sense. Ritual stuff. Nadir Servant makes sense. Locked out from the extra day. XZ Encore banned? No. What are you guys doing? We need this out so bad. First of all, before we even go any further, before we go any further, yeah, you be patient with us, folks. No, the card is legal. Konami, what are you guys doing? Rongominion is legal in Master Duel's XD's format. What are you guys doing? Oh my goodness gracious. That is crazy. Oh wow. All I can say is if any deck that utilizes Rongominion, all I can say is the whole XZ event is doomed. So once again, XZ Encore is banned. Let's take a look at the real reason why though. So first things first chance XZ Encore is played, no one can chain anything in response to it. So let's see what's the case. Target one face of XZs your opponent controls that has material. Detach all of it, and if you do, return to the extra. Then, if there is a monster card among those detached materials, special summon as many of those monsters from the graveyard to your opponent's side of the field in defense. And on top of that, their levels are reduced by 1. Yeah, that makes sense why XZ Encore was absolutely needed to take care of Rangomania, but nope. Master Duels won't allow us to do that. Crazy. Chain Strike. Basically, it's no fun when it comes to burn. Domain of the True Monarchs makes sense. Getting locked out of the extra is no fun. And then the rest shouldn't be. Pot of Prosperity, Pot of Extravagance banned. Okay, that makes sense. Wasting your extra deck, it's not very fun. Interrupted Kaiju Slumber banned? That's crazy. Okay. Jackpot 7 banned, basically auto win condition. That's no fun. Sargasso, the DD Battlefield banned. Let's see what's the real reason. Each time a monster is XZ summoned, the summoning player takes 500 damage. During each player's end phase, the turn player takes 500 damage if they happen to control a face of XZ. Basically, burn damage, no fun. Lair of Darkness makes sense. Everybody becomes dark, and XZ's monsters that require specific attributes, it's no fun getting locked out, which is ridiculous. And then the traps that are banned in this XZ's era. Forbidden Apocrypha, Dimensional Barrier, Invincibility Barrier. Well, technically, the Invincibility Barrier, oh goodness gracious. I think, okay, so it must have been from one of the legacy packs I've been through throughout the course of time. But Dimensional Barrier makes sense. Calling out XZs, no fun. Forbidden Apocrypha gets rid of the outs or the problematic cards, makes sense. And then we all know what's up. Splash Capture. Alright, what's the case? When your opponent XZ summons, banish 2 fish types from your graveyard to target that face of XZs, take control of that. Yeah, makes sense. Grisaille Prison. So, let's see what's the case. If you control a face-up monster that was tribute, ritual, or fusion summon until the end of your opponent's next turn, no one can synchro or XZ, and on top of that, synchro and XZs cannot attack and their effects negated. Double Dragon Descent. Straight up banned? When an opponent's XZ monster declares a direct attack, special summon 1 light dragon type XZs from your extra deck in attack position. Then, the attacking monster attacks it instead and proceeds to damage calc. Its attack becomes equal to the attacking monster's and its effects are negated. Okay, so basically, instead of hurting you, hurts the light dragon XZ and it can cheat sheet out of the extra deck. Yeah, that makes sense. XZ Universe makes sense. Subterra Final Battle. Yeah, that has to make sense. Pinpoint Dash. And to think, I was about to get ready to craft a card a few days ago. Let's see what's the case. Each player reveals 1 face down card from their extra. If they are the same, basically both are XZs. Send your opponent's cards to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon your card. Then, if the cards have the same original type and attribute, your opponent loses life equal to the revealed card's attack. Otherwise, send your card And if you do, your opponent's special summons 1. Yeah, called it Dogmatic Punishment. Obviously, getting locked out of the extra deck, no fun. Destiny board, win condition, makes sense. Heraldry Record, straight up banned? When an effect of your opponent's Xyz is activated by detaching its own materials, negate it, kill it. Makes sense. Banquet of Millions, I get it. Wasting your own extra deck, that's no fun. Warning point. When a monster or monsters more than one is summoned, this turn, that face-up monster or monsters more than one cannot attack, effects are negated, and can't be used as any material. Yeah, it makes sense. Can't be used as any material, that's what screws it over. Vanity's Emptiness, obviously TCG thing, don't count that. Vain Betrayer banned. When an opponent's Xyz declares an attack, activate this by targeting the attacking monster. Cannot attack, also effects are negated. So basically this is acting as a Xyz version of Fiendish Chain. And another side effect of Vain Betrayer is, while that monster's on the field, during each of your opponent's end phases, send the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck to the graveyard. And then whenever the monster leaves, it gets killed. Dark Contract with the Eternal Darkness banned. Okay, let's see what's the problem with this. 2 DD cards in your Pendulum Zones. Anti-target monsters on the field with spell trap effects. Tribute them for a tribute summon, nor used as Fusion, Synchro, or Xyz. Okay, there's the problem. Cannot be used as material. That's no fun. Now, $1 million question. Are there any Xyz going to be banned in this one? Because I know this is Xyz event. Just out of curiosity, are we actually going to see any actual Xyz being banned in this that isn't TCG or OCG based? Okay, so Dark Matter, Azathoth, Lavabo Chain, Shockmaster, Telemaeus, Brapple, Invoker, and Utopic Zexo. Okay, basically this is just a mixture of OCG and TCG, but wow! That's just downright ridiculous about how the list is gonna go down in the Xyz event. But yeah, any ideas about what kind of decks to be played to enjoy the Xyz, counter Xyz in any shape or form? Who knows where this is gonna go? So that's gonna be that for the Master Duels list. And once again, if it's something that I'm missing, comment below and get back to me on that one. And be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Catch you guys next time.